An ideal foster parent is recognizing that they are an interim solution. They are not a permanent solution. And what I mean by this is that they are there to support the families and the children they are working with. They are not there to take them away from the family. And I think this is so important for them to understand. And as agency, Family and Children's Services, several things have been put in place. And I think one of them is the cultural navigators that have been created to sort of work with some of these foster parent and the community services that we have, so that they could be able to be the first step in gap, whereby they can provide some of those cultural information and then support that they are so needed, which they don't have. And that has been a big success in terms of really providing a step in a gap situation for some of these foster families to start working on.
Yeah, I agree. We want foster parents and other caregivers to be part of the team, but certainly not a permanent solution. Really our focus is that family preservation and that connection for the child to their community, their family, their relatives. We also use a therapist, a consultant who can work with caregivers and provide them with some education and training on how to support children who might be Black and racialized in their care if they don't share their same culture.
You are right. And I have seen that in my own experience. I actually have a family that I'm working with now, whereby we have expert psychologists that are able to engage them, help them to go through their own traumas, and then help them to recognize them, and at the same time give them some of the cultural tools that they can work with, and then to support their own children and then families that they are working with. And I think that this is such a valuable resource that the Family and Children's Services is providing for some of these communities and individuals that we are working with.
I think my ideal foster parent would be someone who can be very flexible to recognizing that we work differently on our team and, visits even for children and youth with their caregivers might not look like how they have before. We'll prioritize the child or youth meeting with the parent in a comfortable place that's likely away from the agency. So trying to think outside the box and creatively as well in supporting that connection.
That's so important. And working outside the box, as Steph indicated, is so important that they will be able to work differently from what we know it used to be. I know in the past, sometimes some foster parents purposely avoid contacting the family or working with the family in any way to help them in their own situations. But here we are encouraging them with how they can work together with the parents, with the extended family, offer them the support and be where they are. And help them go through and process their issues and be of support, not against them.